Daniel Dreyfus is a photojournalist who's traveled the world, capturing incredible stories.
I've seen some pretty extreme things in my career. As a photojournalist, I've traveled the world photographing devastation, but this was the weather event I'll never forget.
December 4th, 2017. Santa Barbara, California. Daniel receives a call from his editor.
It was about 5 a.m. I picked up the phone. All she said was, "Ventura's on fire, go now." As a photojournalist, if you're covering a fire, you need to have the proper fire gear. So you need to have everything a firefighter has, pretty much. So I quickly grabbed my fire gear and headed down to Ventura. The fire was 2 blocks from down Main Street. There was a lot of destruction. There was a lot of houses on fire, apartment complexes were on fire, and there was a lot of fire trucks. I looked for people trying to get out. There was an elderly couple.
Hey, you okay?
And they were telling me that the home was over 100 years old, and they've owned it their entire life and just passed it down to their daughter and her family. And the woman was just devastated. I mean, that's all I could do, photograph it and tell her story. Being able to tell those stories is important. Without photojournalists or videographers, there aren't fundraisers, there aren't people to help without the knowledge.
Just over 1 month from when Daniel received that fateful call about the wildfire, the phone rings again.
Hey, what's up?
It was about 6 a.m. when I got a call from an editor telling me to get to Montecito as fast as possible. There's been a mudslide.
The wildfire was extinguished a month ago, but it's still wreaking havoc in the California hills.
It was surreal because the editor kept telling me to go to a retirement home that was up that street, and I kept telling him, like, I physically cannot go there. So I called the editor. I said, listen, I physically can't go there. The mud is 3 feet deep. I didn't bring any gear for this. And so our conversation was, can you go here? And I kept saying, I physically can't go there.
Daniel, like almost all of the Shock residents in the area, could not fully comprehend what had happened during the early morning hours of January 9th. While residents were sleeping, at approximately 3:30 a.m., half an inch of intense rain fell within a 5-minute period, creating a natural disaster.
That's extremely intense. In most of North America, a very rainy day would be maybe an inch of rain.
I climbed through the mud, tried to get to different areas to take different shots. My boots and my pants are 1.5 feet deep in the mud, socks soaking wet. As I was climbing through mud and trying to get better angles to get shots, my phone's going off, directing me different ways, trying to go to different areas. At one point, there was a car floating down the 101 in debris, so I tried to get there.